Welcome to another edition of Spectrum of the Arts. First, our congratulations to Dr. Michael Grego, Superintendent of Pinellas County Schools. Dr. Grego was honored recently at the Florida Music Education Association's Professional Development Conference in Tampa, being presented with the Superintendent of the Year Award for his leadership, excellence in encouragement, and promotion of music education in Florida schools.
This award is given to a superintendent who has a very positive impact within their district on music education. And he's given the award on behalf of his work in Pinellas County. You can tell this is a man who really believes in the arts, believes in the power of the arts, and is there to support them.
But we must start viewing and to ensure that the complete education of an essential part of our students' pathway to graduation, that music is a part of it. See, access to high-quality music education should not be an afterthought in our curriculum. It should not be an elective where only those who have room as part of the curriculum, but it should rather be part of the curriculum of a school district. Not only my personal belief, but that the research continually demonstrates that students who are engaged in music and the arts perform at a higher level across all of their subject areas. We know that, and we have to continue to prove that fact. Our state accountability needs to continue to mature and to grow, to recognize that music education is an integral part of how we should measure the success of students as a whole child. But it's time that we come together and not only speak about it, but let our actions be stronger than our words.
Well, I think, first of all, he's an extraordinary gentleman, an educator. He has traveled with our program to various events, been right there with us through the process. He is somebody who is process-driven, really enjoys watching the students learn, and likes to get involved with that, sees that, takes that back to the district, I think, to help all of us. Most importantly, I think what he does for us as far as challenging us to look at things differently, perhaps really promotes a growth-based mind shift towards not just us as educators, but us as students. And then, as a superintendent, using whatever abilities he has to provide us the tools necessary to be able to make ourselves better and for our students become the best versions of themselves.
I'm honored and humbled to be receiving the Superintendent of the Year award here. And it's really on the backs and shoulders of the many excellent music teachers that we have in Pinellas County. And Mrs. Jeannie Reynolds, outstanding music specialist in our district. So without her leadership, our program wouldn't be anywhere near what it is. And the many teachers who each and every day work so hard with our students. What Kevin Ford and many others have shown is that music is a vehicle to develop the leadership skills, and not only the musical skills, but the academic skills of so many of our students. People need to realize that music is certainly a vehicle to promote the academic success of students. And when we want to really teach the whole child, music has to become part of the curriculum.
It's a huge honor. This organization has been, in existence for 75 years, and they honor the people that they think are doing extraordinary work in music education. And in this day and age, it's very difficult some of the time to keep all of the balls in the air in a school system, every curriculum area, all the things that you need. And Dr. Grego has just been above and beyond, and he sets the bar so high for all of the superintendents, understanding that music is a critically important part of a child's education. It's part of a whole child. So the fact that he is being recognized is a tremendous honor. This organization doesn't give this award out lightly. They look at superintendents who will be a model for those around the state.
Music supports academics. It has them be focused. It teaches the students to be focused. You have to be disciplined. You have to go home and practice. As you do with your math, you have to practice. Instruments, you have to practice. So it teaches them that focus and that discipline. It's all about my teachers and my students. This is what the award is for. They have done an amazing job. This year, for example, our guitar concert which is only 3 classes, filled out our entire gym. We had parents, relatives all over that gym. We have to move that to a high school now too. We also have an orchestra program that is absolutely amazing, a band program that's out of this world, and a chorus. So we are high on performing arts, and our students love it. They love to compete. They love to go do all those things. Our arts programs usually get superiors at many of their competitions. They do an amazing job, but it's all because of the teachers behind it and those students that go home and practice and are there and trying every day.
We are so fortunate to have a superintendent in Pinellas County that really understands the necessity and the value of the arts. From the day he came into our district, he has worked to make sure the referendums were passed so that we can continue to support it, and he has also encouraged and embraced the expansion of the arts. This is a big deal in our district because we can now say, we've got the guy. When other school districts across the state were reducing their arts programs and their music programs, we were continuing to expand ours, and that has been quite an example for the rest of the state. We have embraced and we understand the value and how it impacts student achievement and how it improves student achievement. And Pinellas County was also one of the first that actually put art and PE and music into our core curriculum. So if we ever decided that we were going to start talking about reducing any of the arts, visual arts, performing arts, any of those types of things, we would also have to look at what social studies classes are we going to cut, what science classes are we going to cut. It's that important to Pinellas County. And people across the state are starting to realize it, and they're emulating some of the things that we're doing.
Also honored at the awards breakfast were Catherine Renard of John M. Sexton Elementary School, the 2019 Music Education Service Award, citing her 31 years of service. Thurgood Marshall Fundamental Middle School's Nicole Wilson, Daniel Taylor, and Megan Lance. And Clearwater Fundamental Middle School's Stephanie Joyner, Kalisa Zebli, and Sophie Trottier. Eastlake High School's chorus made another trip to the Big Apple recently, performing at the famed Carnegie Hall. It was another in the series of big league performances for the Eagles musicians, under the directions of Robert Knabel, who himself has a history of off-campus performances.
I played in the Largo High School Band of Gold with Robert Cotter. Robert Cotter was at Largo High School from 1968 to 1980. I played in the band from 1972 to 1974 and was part of the first group that went to Europe. There were, of course, 2 European trips in 74, 78. Bob Cotter served in World War II under George S. Patton. So he was an incredible leader. And so a lot of my inspiration came from that. My thing that drives me is I want my students now to experience what I experienced 45 years ago in high school. When we came into the band room, we were excited, we knew we had to work, and I want my students to have that as well. This particular program here, this chorus program, is extremely focused and extremely disciplined. There's no shenanigans tolerated. We have a lot of work to do. We're getting ready to go on the stage at Carnegie Hall for our 7th time since I've been here. And we have no room for error or mistakes right now. Every day must be used wisely. So the students are expected to be extremely focused and extremely disciplined. And as a result of that, they're able to accomplish pretty incredible things. But it all comes down to, I say to my students all the time, don't do your best in performance if you didn't do your best in rehearsal. It's the day-to-day grind of rehearsals, just like a sports team. You got to practice. And so every day they come in here and we practice hard. So the focus and the discipline, and I would say also the sense of ownership that the kids have. They take tremendous pride in what they're doing here. They know they're a part of a winner. They know they're a part of a winner, and they don't want to drop the ball on that. And so they all feel that need to carry on this tradition of excellence that we've established. I have a very basic belief that high school students are capable of doing incredible things, but you have to show them how. And that means you need to challenge them, you need to push them, And we do that with a very, very, very ambitious schedule of activities in the program. Basically, we just jump from one activity to the next. So it's all about timing. We don't want to overwhelm them and set them up for failure, but we also don't want to coddle them and make it too easy. So we have a very ambitious production schedule. February 8th, we're going to be putting 3 groups and 5 vocal soloists in front of our first round of judging for solo ensemble MPAs. That's February 8th. Then we're taking 70 kids to New York to sing in Carnegie Hall. We'll be leaving February 15th, coming back on the 19th. Hopefully they stay healthy, because on February 26th, we're putting an unprecedented 5 choirs in front of judges for the Chorus MPA Festival. We've been taking 4. This year, the kids are doing so well, we're taking 5 choirs. So, as I say to my students right now, we are in the grinder. Every day they are coming in here and having to rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. The reason I love it here at Eastlake High School, it's an absolutely incredible school, in an incredible area, with an incredible administration, incredible parents, and an incredible community that supports us in everything we do. The community support of the Eastlake High School chorus program is next to none. In my experience doing these trips, I find that many times the high school portion is a little bit too easy, and if you're going to raise all this money and go to New York, you may as well challenge them. So I always put my students on what's called the Masterwork series, which is where the colleges are. So when my students sing on the stage at Carnegie Hall, they'll be surrounded with college students, so they have to function on the college level. And for me as an educator, that's a great way to prepare these kids for college. Any kid that wants to go on a trip with Eastlake High School is allowed to go. We are not allowed to deny kids a trip because they don't have money. The less money kids have, the more fundraising they have to do. We meet with the parents at the very beginning of the year, and we express to parents, we don't care what your financial status is. Your child can go on the trip depending on how much fundraising you want them to do. Okay, so all the kids fundraise.
Well, there's a lot of tag days, which is just standing around asking for money, of course. I think that's the best way. But we've also done like karaoke nights at Varsity Club. We used to sell candy and do Yankee Candle fundraisers. And this year we did also Snap Raise, which is an online thing, but that's over. That happened at the beginning of the year. I went to New York my freshman year, and I actually came to Eastlake for the chorus program. I'm technically out of county, but I applied and I got in here. And when I found out that they did trips like this, I knew that I had to do every single one of them that I possibly could. No matter the financial situation, I would fundraise whatever I could. So I did it my freshman year, and I had the most amazing time ever. And then I did the trip our sophomore year, which was to Universal as a competition. And last year I went to San Francisco. And this year I'm going to New York because there is no way I wasn't. It has really improved me as a musician more than I thought I could ever improve. And it's an incredible experience. And it's not only just fulfilling like as a musician, but it's really fun to be with all your closest friends in a new place in the big city. It's great.
I just thought it'd be a really fun experience. I mean, of course, it's really nice to sing in front of all these people at such a great place that has a lot of history, and it's very prestigious. But it's also just something that you could add to, things that happen in your life, and it's a really cool thing to happen to me, honestly. So. I'm hoping to be an actor one day, but we'll see how that works, because you got to go through college first, and then you got to do all kinds of auditions in either New York or LA, but it's all about booking gigs, I guess. So we're doing Hello Dolly here at Eastlake, and then I was also in the fall production of All My Sons here. It's probably one of my favorite experiences from high school. I really enjoyed All My Sons.
I don't know if I'm going to make it my major. I'm completely undecided, but I'm going to definitely at least be in the chorus program at whatever university I go to, because I can't give up on music.
While Mr. Knable is deeply involved with his students and their success, He has some talented assistants in getting the job done. It's not always all about music at Eastlake. It's also about people and their personal lives.
I really enjoyed the program and what it gave to the kids. The kids get so much out of the program. They're given opportunities to travel. They're given a lot of responsibility, a lot of chances to grow. Academically, they're held to a higher standard. They're just given just a lot of opportunity. I've spent a lot of time in the school system. When my kids were in elementary school, I started working in schools. The only way to really know your kids and who their friends are is to be around them all the time. That way you know who your kids are, who their friends are, and really get to be in their life. Now I'm just a part of 300 kids' lives. A lot of our kids actually call us their school mom and dad. That's what we've actually become, is we're their mom and dad away from home. Whenever they have a problem, and we actually kind of play those traditional roles in a way. Whenever you have a mom problem, they come and run to me. It's like they need help with, they have a school problem or a family problem even. They have that confidence that they can come talk to me and know that what they say to me stays with me when it's appropriate, and that when they need somebody to really talk to, that they can reach out and I can hook them up with the right person. And then, he plays dad when it's, they need that dad figure. It's like, okay, let's go talk to Mr. Knable, It's like, okay, they need some help, and it's not a mom thing, it's a dad thing. Let's, so we play that role here too. My soul is a witness for my Lord.
Our congratulations to everyone involved at Eastlake High School. Nearly 150 Pinellas County elementary students were recognized at Largo High School because of their entries into the annual license plate competition. The Kids Tag Art program gives 5th graders the opportunity to design front license plates to be sold as sort of a fundraiser to help schools pay for art supplies and other necessary needs. Julie Levesque has more details.
The Pinellas County tax collector came to us a couple years ago with this wonderful program called Kids Tag Art, and they asked us if we would like to participate, and we're always interested in having the artwork of our students seen, in the community, so we signed on. And it's a program where our 5th grade students design license tags. They're the vanity tags that go on the front of your car. And they design them in the classroom and then send the tags off to Pinellas County Tax Collector's Department. They scan them, they print them, and make them into vanity tags. The tags are then on the Pinellas County website where parents can purchase those. All of the proceeds go to the Pinellas County art classrooms that are participating. And it gives the students an opportunity to be real-world designers.
The Pinellas County Tax Collector's Office launched Kids Tag Art Pinellas in 2015. Since then, more than $140,000 have been raised for elementary art programs and college scholarships.
The kids get the opportunity to design something and see it created and sold in the marketplace and out in their community. So that's an opportunity that they don't often get. So that's a great experience for them. Each classroom benefits from the money that's raised through the Tag Art program. There are community sponsors who contribute to this program. That money, in addition to the sales of the tags, go directly back into the art room for use for purchasing supplies and classroom needs. For each classroom that participates with the Kids Tag Art program, we have retired art teachers that select 3 top awards for each classroom. And then the sponsors that donate to the program also get to select their Sponsor's Choice Awards.
Our congratulations to the Sponsors Choice Award winners, as well as all the other students who participated in this year's Kids Tag Art program. Another season of all-county music concerts is underway. The performances will feature a total of more than 900 students taught by approximately 160 music teachers from elementary, middle, and high schools across the district. We had the opportunity to hear from some of those involved and now share with you some of their thoughts.
There are so many wonderful students in these programs that they are just itching for another opportunity to shine and work on their own individual voices. So there's a really cool collaboration aspect of this too. Almost every single middle school in Pinellas County is represented in this chorus, and they get an opportunity to meet each other and connect through the community of music. And then of course, they get to make some incredible music with each other, and that really helps not only build up their own confidence, but it builds up all of our programs.
All-county chorus is just a great experience, and I never expected to be able to be in all-county chorus. It's a really big deal, and I don't know, it's just really exciting, meeting new people, new directors, just new everything.
I personally believe every single student should have to take music. What it does for students, not just academically, but the entire person. We are teaching souls and how to be decent human beings, and I think that it's so important for every single child to have that opportunity and learn how to express themselves through music, and also increase their emotional intelligence through the gift of music. It's so cool to watch the students gain confidence in themselves and realize that there's a bigger picture though. 120 kids can make some beautiful music together, and it's so powerful. And I really hope that whatever they get out of this experience, they bring back to their own choirs and lift them all up.
The all-county event really is for those students that are really pushing themselves as student musicians and are those leaders in our school programs that need to excel more. And this opportunity to play harder music and to have a guest conductor and to really come together with all the other top students in our county for a great concert experience that really hopefully will influence them to keep going and making music, and to bring that back to their school bands, and hopefully to inspire their other colleagues at school to want to up their game and become better musicians.
It's been really exciting and great to play with new people in a bigger group.
Music is part of the human experience, but also being in a music ensemble teaches those life skills like self-discipline, work ethic, cooperation, things that are going to make our students successful later on in life. Whether they become a musician or not, those skill sets and those life skills that they learn inside of a music program are going to just make them better people and help our society.
This opportunity gives them a chance to actually play like a professional musician and maybe push them towards music in the future, or at least being a lover of music to support the arts in their future careers.
Music is my life. I plan on going to college for it. I plan on getting a degree in flute so I can go on and be a professional musician.
All County is really a combination of a bunch of the best singers in Pinellas County. We want to have an opportunity that's local for our best singers to come together and make great music and sing some challenging repertoire with world-class clinicians.
This is actually my first year doing All County, first year doing chorus actually, and so getting to make it here was just such an amazing accomplishment. And I've learned so much just in the short time. We've only had maybe 3 rehearsals at this point, and I already almost have all the music down. I've met great people. All the teachers have been amazing, and so it's just been really nice getting to step outside my comfort zone.
All County, everyone works hard, and they've worked hard to be here, and they want to perform their best performance, and it's satisfying to be around smart and talented people.
I think All County is a great opportunity for students to get out of their comfort zone. And for a lot of students, especially at the middle school level, this is one of the first times they've started interacting with students at different schools. And they can make friends who go to different schools, and then they'll hopefully continue on and see the same students at All County the next year and continue those friendships.
It's been really fun. Meeting new people is probably the best part, because we're in my school, there's not that many tubas, so playing with other tubas is really fun. I love it. I love playing, and it just when I play instruments, it's just calms me down, and it just helps really with outside problems and stuff. I just love playing it. Music is amazing to me.
I think music education is everything. I think that every student should have the opportunity to be in an arts class because there's a correlation between test scores, graduation rates, and being in a performing arts class makes them not only a better student, but a better person.
Being a member of the All-County Band, really, it feels like I'm a part of a professional orchestra, you know, sometimes, because there's all these wonderful musicians getting together to play such difficult pieces, and it's, you know, really, really out of this world.
It's just a good experience for the students. They're not out of school, but they're working hard, doing something they love, which is playing music. And for, you know, people like me, I'm considered to be a young director, just to see all my colleagues and the clinician comes in to work with those kids, and it's a great experience.
All County's always been a special thing for me because you look around and every single student is leadership at their school, and you can all really tell that every single person's giving it their all because every single person's actually contributing and giving it all that they got to make an amazing performance.
After all of the work, all of the rehearsals, it was then showtime.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to the world that we desire. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me.
You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see, I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. A million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna
That's it for this edition of Spectrum. We hope you've enjoyed our show. I'm Jonathan Ogle. We'll see you next time for more Spectrum of the Arts.